This is MJ. I'm not going to do a real review or analysis of episode 26 of Donbrothers because it doesn't make sense to me. It's not fitting into my schedule, and there are other things to do. So I'm just going to say it was a clip show with a little bit of insight. Honestly, I did skip around a little bit because I just wanted to make sure it was a clip show. I liked the presentation of the characters talking to the camera a little bit. Not breaking the fourth wall so much as addressing an interviewee. I'm a big fan of the I can't remember his name. Rob Reiner. A Rob Reiner movie, When Harry Met Sally. He did a follow-up of it called The Story of Us. Sort of. He did a follow-up to it. The writer, I believe, of When Harry Met Sally is the same as the writer of The Story of Us. I can't remember her name right now, but off the top of my head. And I won't put it in the show notes, and I won't put it on screen or anything like that. So, anyway, in those movies, they have the characters addressing the camera directly, and they're sharing insights, and they're being, honest and candid and, forthright about certain things. And I like that a lot, and I liked it here. I liked it even better when they pulled back the camera, and you could see that the three Donbrothers who'd given their testimony or whatever, thrown in their hat for for them being MVP, that they were all basically staged and blocked in such a way that they all could have simultaneously been there sitting and waiting in turn for each thing to be done. But of course, being that this is a production, it was probably, Haruka is up, so everybody else go away, and it's just her and the camera for a minute, and then switch everybody out. And then of course there's the comedic aspect of it with Tsubasa not being there, and they don't even know if he's a dog. They don't know if they don't. They still think Inu brother might be a dog that somehow has the ability to transform, because at this point, why the heck not, right? Maybe next season they should just have an animal be a Super Sentai member. Anyway, that'd actually be kind of funny. All I'm thinking of right now is Koromaru, though, from Persona 3. So anyway, but yeah, so they did that, and then what's her face? So nosy. Man, that girl's so nosy. She's in everybody's business. Anyway, they had her talking for him on his behalf, which kind of broke with the regular format of what they'd established. But it's a really weird, really random episode. And then of course at the end you have Kaito continuing to be this rule breaker or world bender, where he keeps bringing up the fact that he's from Zenkaiger basically without the Donbrothers really knowing, and telling the audience that somehow affects the show. And I don't know what's up with that. What's more interesting is that Shirakawa. Anyway, I'm sorry, sir. I did not remember your name, Mr. Producer for Toei. Toei's live action stuff. I've liked most of the things that you've supervised. I think your presence on social media is good, and yeah, it's cool. Anyway, moving on. He said something very interesting, which is basically, I'm going to sum it up and say he basically said the gloves are coming off. The reason that this whole month of August, nothing's happened is because we're rope-a-doping you, we're getting you ready to get knocked out, and the gloves are coming off. Inoue's going to be doing crazy stuff, and you should get ready for it. So that's pretty interesting. That's the most interesting thing that's happened in Donbrothers 26, that announcement or whatever came out from him. I think it was in an interview, and some people on Toku Twitter were sharing that around. So that was interesting. And the least interesting thing was it was a clip show, and the oddest and most interesting thing is, or I guess the best thing is, I don't know what the best thing is. I have my thumbnail as the human Megazord type thing that they were doing, and somebody was even holding on to the little pup thing on the left side to be the left leg, and that's pretty funny. But I like how affable the cast is, and it's great how I can just watch them doing nothing. And I think Taro's character or actor wasn't even Taro didn't appear in this episode, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, I liked it. I dug it. It worked. Even though it was super weird, and I didn't like it because it was a clip show, and I said I skipped most of it. But the little moments with the cast there that were fresh new material, I really did like, because they're cool. And I like that Sonoe, the boy in blue popped up at the end, and he shocked everybody. That was a funny moment. And then he said hey, I'm going after this guy for realsies now. So that's something to look forward to. But yeah, that's all I had to say. It was barely an episode. But I liked some things in it. I'm not giving it a rate or a rank or a score. It's just, it was a clip show, and we're going to move on from there. So anyway, check out all my other stuff. I'm going to have a analysis of Futo PI coming out pretty soon. Futopia episode 5, I believe it is, that we're on. Could be 6, probably 5 though. It's the same week that Donbrothers 26 came out though, so you know, if you're there. But that should be out the day after this is out. And yeah, I've got other stuff. Check out mgwinners.com for everything else I'm doing. I'm an author, artist, analyzer, and I've got analysis of a bunch of stuff up there. Art of a little bit of things going. They're up there right now. Tokutember is just around the corner, so I plan to do a lot of entries for Tokutember, and we'll see how it all shakes out. Anyway, this is MJ. I leave you with peace and blessings. Come back for more Super Sentai Sanctuary and check out the rest of my stuff. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you can find more at mgwinners.com, as well as my entire library of analysis, art, and fiction.